How we doing, YouTube? It's your boy Zan. What you're looking at here is a 2013 KTM. Oh, I'm gonna mess this one up. Hold on a second. Look at it. That's not gonna help me. Oh, what's the number on this thing? Okay, there it is. 350 XCF-W. That came into the shop a little while ago. It's been sitting in the corner. I feel bad I haven't really been able to get to it. This has been modified for on-road use with some turn signals and a horn button. Does it have a horn? It might have a horn, but it doesn't work. And it's got all this extra wiring in here. The problem we have is it does this. That's as much far as we can get. When it came in, you couldn't turn it over at all. So what I did is jumped on this a bit and it loosened up and turned over for me. So my mission, because I've chosen to accept it already, is to fix it. The problem is, yeah, we got enough stuff in the garage right now to fix. Well, runs, now runs. Don't talk about it. Needs parts still, but runs. So we're getting down to this project still. Previous owner took this bike, wanted to replace the spark plug, couldn't get the spark plug out because the spark plug comes up and hits the engine. So he took the whole bike and flipped it upside down. And hydro locked the engine possibly, and then I broke it loose. Not 100% sure on how any of that works, but we've got it to once. That's it. My thought is that we've jumped timing. First thought. Second thought is we don't have spark or enough spark. Why do I think that? I have taken, you know what I really should do? I should check the fuses. I've taken my timing light, put it on the spark plug, plugged it all in, and it does not react. But it does react if, and only if, nope. It doesn't react. I was thinking about a different bike. It's right here. It's underneath my other stuff. CX-10R parts and other fun toys. And because we're going project to project, things are getting out of place, misplaced, and I got to stop doing that. Ooh, carbs. So we've got this beautiful timing light from, I think it's a Harbor Freight one. Pretty sure. But it works for other bikes, and I really want to grab the key to the Z125 because everything's exposed and just make sure it's still working properly. But we take it over here to ground to 12 volt. Lights up when turned on. Set the advanced degrees to 0. We find the, I hope this proves me wrong. I hope this does. Maybe the bulb's dead too. That's a possibility, which would be a great thing to test. We get it on the spark plug wire, which is right, not there, right over, maybe that's my problem, right here. Maybe I was on the wrong wire. Haha. Turn it on, point it at our arm. Nothing. Point it at you guys. Nothing. Nothing. So we're having oh, look how loose that is. We're having very little spark. I swear, if it's just a ground wire at this point, I'm going to be really upset. I have done a little bit of work with this bike previously, just poked around at it while it's been in the garage. But that's the first time I saw that. Look at that. Loose ground. Love it. Okay, if that's all it was, I'm going to cry. Still nothing. So we have to do two things. We're going to go through a little bit of the electrical, as there are these random wires that go places. Like this one's got some exposed wiring. I don't know what this goes to because it's a random wire that was put on here. These are pinched in here. There could be broken wires somewhere. I don't know for sure. But what we're going to do is, if we have to disconnect all the other wiring, like this guy and these, might start with that and then see if we can get it to fire. There's also this plug here with 2 prongs that goes somewhere, but I don't know because like it could be to this, but this is taped up. This looks like a break. Like I don't know where half these wires go. I'm worried about this guy here because I saw this when I first opened it up and I'm like, it doesn't look right. There's also another wire system that looks like the same thing here. Like, could this be a pickup coil? It could be. I don't know what this goes to. So we're gonna have to trace some wires for sure because it could just be a pickup coil problem where this is supposed to be plugged in somewhere and it's not. But I can't find anything corresponding to it down here. And maybe when the owner pulled the battery or something, they left something unplugged. That could be possible. The other thing is we've got fuses we're going to check. And then I guess worst case is we'll pull the engine. I'm looking down in here for an extra connector for this guy because I want it to just be this and be done. Yeah, I don't know. I honestly don't know. Brown or white wire. Cool. Helpful. There is no key for this bike either because it was or is a trail bike. Its off-road system is off-road only. All right, we got some work to do here. Clutch in there. This should be generator side. Yay or nay? Yay. Okay. And we should have wires coming out of it. Okay, this looks like a bunch of wires. 4 or 5. Okay, could be part of the system, could not be. The other thing is the fuel injector might not be working. That could be from the fuel injector. And it could have to plug in somewhere and it's not working properly, spraying enough fuel, so everything else is working. We're okay. I don't know enough yet to know what's going on. So I guess we'll start off by taking the tank off, which is pretty neat because you just push this down. It's going to probably spray a little bit of fuel at me. Yep, there it goes. And that's how you disconnect the tank. Disconnect the breather hose. The tank wasn't on here when I bought it. Or when I bought it. I didn't buy it. When it was brought over, I did not buy this. And so it wasn't even on here, so I had to figure out how to put it on to start with. So voila. Tank is off. Easy. Easy killer. You to play nicely on this? Yeah, you're gonna sit nicely right there. Okay. And oh yeah, look at this, more wiring. Beautiful. Brown and white wire. I'm just gonna trace this guy. And it goes up into this mess that goes up into here somewhere and goes up here. So it's something to do in the headlight or there's so many wires. I'm just gonna ignore it. I have no idea where it's supposed to go. Huh. Oh. Another wire down here that looks like it's pulled part way out of its connector. Oh no, it's just some crap in there. So I don't know if this is our only problem or if there's more of a problem here that I don't know about. But we're gonna have to find out. I'm not seeing anything in here that would make me believe there's a spare wire floating around. Doesn't mean there isn't. Oh. Oh, that looks like one of the diagnostics ports. There seem to be several of those on this bike. One here. This is a I don't know. Like, there are several diagnostics-ish looking ports. There are several fuses here that we should check too. The diagnostics port, I don't. So the good news is we already have the repair manual for this whole bike, so we'll be able to figure that out. We'll figure out what all this is. I mean, that's ground, obviously. And we'll be able to tell if anything is missing. Hopefully. Now, if we take the spark plug boot off, if we can get it off, come on, baby, you can do it. You can do it. Guess it's on there really tight. Oh, okay. Get all this out of the way, just enough to look in here. It's fine. Really bad wiring in here. This bike is held together by hopes and dreams, I think. Maybe take the rest of the plastics off too to get a look at everything. Okay, that's where fuel goes in. What's this? Open. Closed. What's this? Oh, don't tell me that's a fuel stop. Oh, that might be my only problem. Is that? There's no way that's a shutoff. Okay, I should stop turning it. I turned it that many times and then a couple more. Someone tell me what that is. Uh-huh. Oh man, I forgot how tight this thing is. So here's your problem, right? You're trying to get the spark plug out. You're hitting the frame everywhere you go with it. Trying to just get the boot off. So I can't remember how I got this out before. But I did. Okay, it's got to come this way. Into these other wires. Because I couldn't get it to come the other way. Is that why? Yep. Great design, KTM. Great design. Okay. We're out. Okay. Wires out. This didn't feel like it was really connected that well. Because it just popped off extremely easy. And now it's tight. Oh my god, was that it? Was the spark plug boot that loose that it wasn't creating a good spark? That would make a lot of sense. How do I get this out? Same way I got it in. Wait, other way around. Okay. Boot is in. Plug is in. Let's just see if that did it. I don't know. I know we don't have fuel tank hooked up, but I'd assume that would have done something. Okay, let's take a look at what that open close is on it, and let's look at some wiring diagrams. We're going to find those, and we'll get back to this when we have some answers. Okay, now apparently, two things we've learned here is one, put this up, there's a little rubber band here that holds it. Cool. Two, this is the idle control screw. And you push it all the way in and then turn it to increase idle. So we're going to turn it just a couple just to increase the idle and then pull it back out to set. That way, if it does spin now, which is what I was spinning before, it won't go anywhere. Other than that, I haven't found the repair manual I have for this is actually at my work. It's on my flash drive that I left at work. So I don't really have a good manual to go off of for this. But if I'm looking up here, I'm checking all the wires that go into the yep. hell's that thing called? The coil. Everything looks okay into it. Coming out of it looks fine. I don't know if it's working properly because I can't really test it besides to know that... Why is there stuff attached to it? There really shouldn't be any... Like, that's a high power coil. Why are there wires zip tied to it? Someone is killing me. We're going to get rid of that zip tie because there's wires... And maybe that's part of the problem. Maybe it's grounding out through those instead of where it's supposed to go. Maybe someone clipped something. I don't know. But let's find a pair of dikes. We still call these dikes. I don't know. And get that off of there. We'll find a better place to zip tie those later. There's no way they're supposed to be zip tied to that. Get off of there. Try not to cut the wires. There we go. Okay. Free that up a bit. It's all kinked, and it could be part of the problem right there. It's all kinked around stuff and on stuff. It's not good, not good. Okay, let's get that free. Perfect. What is this wire? What are these wires? What is this? Like, what is this? Goes into this. Tells you how many hours are. Vibration sensor? What are you? Anyways, whatever. I don't care. So let's just see if that doesn't sound any different. Let's grab our timing light now. Now that we have more line to deal with, let's click it right on here. There we go. Positive to positive, negative to negative. Light's working. Put it in my arm. Really? F you. Now I guess what we should do is let's check it further down because this is very bent. This whole cable, I'm wondering if it's broken there and we just need a new one. Let's put it way down here. Near the body of the motorcycle. Okay, ladies and gentlemen of the jury, wrapping all these cables around your ignition coil is not good for it, apparently. We have spark now. We had a backfire, which sounded a little more prominent than the last one. So let's grab that tank. Let's pressurize this. Ooh, I smell exhaust. Okay, okay, there we go. Uh-huh. And maybe this thing won't fire without the tank. Who knows? Because it has electronics. Let's see if this primes. Let's plug the pressure hose in first. Okay, we're locked in. Let's see if this thing pressurized maybe. Nothing still. Definitely got some exhaust. You can feel pressure coming out the backside. So we got some there. So we've got spark. We have some kind of compression. Could it be fuel related? I don't know for sure. Looking at the troubleshooting section, we've got 2 different fuses that could be blown. Fuse 1 and 2. Fuse of individual parts. Okay, so we'll go back up here. We'll find page. Wow, we are way off. Just want to figure out what fuse is which. There's also a main fuse and a reserve fuse. But I would assume with everything that's working, the main fuse is probably fine. Well, we'll check that too. I'm going to grab a pair of little pliers and we'll start pulling fuses. Where is this main fuse? Lift rear fairing slightly and pull starter relay out of the holder. So it's down under here somewhere. Well, anyways, let's look at these guys. Let's look at all these these 10s. Double check they're all working. Looks solid. We're gonna just do a vision. Wait. What? Nope. That's just a dummy spot. Weird. 1, 2. So these are the ones, and that's supposed to be a reserve. Okay. 1 looks good. 2 looks good. Man, these are tough to get out. 3 is gone. There's 5. 4 looks good. Let's just move these in different positions. I don't know if that's a fuel pump or a fuel gauge. And I don't know where that fuse went. Way down there somewhere. I see it, but I think way down in there. Not sure how we're getting to that, but we'll find a way. Magnets. See if we can get all the way down there with a magnet. Okay, well, we're going to have to figure out how to get that out of there. So I'll be back when I figure it out. Alright, so we've got it back on charge. It's spitting a little more now that we have spark. I heard the fuel pump prime a couple times. So hopefully that's good. Also, I didn't check the fuel in this thing. I should check that. But we're going to let it charge. We're going to let it charge, and I'm going to come back to this tomorrow, and we'll start messing with this some more. But the other thing is, I have to hit the on button, and it starts to start. So, is that normal? Is there some kind of kill switch I'm not aware of on this bike? Like, it's missing half the bolts. There's things missing. There's this bracket on the front here, but there's bolts missing for things. So there's a lot of things that have been done to this. I don't know if we just got a bad wiring system, what the deal is, but we're going to keep playing with it. I'm going to bring out tomorrow, I'll bring out my compression tester. I'm going to compression test the Z125 see if my compression